Hello, ladies and gentlemen out there and my fans. My name is Dr. Hilary Mwechefu. I'm your anchor man in this program. I'm your legal advisor, your marriage counselor, and also your friend. I welcome you to my page, Marriage and Divorce, where we discuss issues of marriage, issues affecting divorce, and issues affecting our children. Yes, today I am going to discuss a topic that somebody has put a question across to me. And that question is this. The man that called me said, Counselor, lawyer, I divorced my wife some time ago and I now wish to marry my wife back. Is it possible for me to go back and marry her? How can I do that? That's an interesting question out there, and I know that question might also agitate some of you or your friends that you have known. Yes, when there is a divorce, let me start like that. When there is a divorce puts an end to existing legal marriage. In other words, the parties, the former husband and wife, cease to have anything in common as a couple. They are no longer entitled to any benefit that goes with marriage, that goes with a couple who are legally married. That is to say, now they are entitled to go their separate ways because they are legally divorced. They have dissolved their union. That means they can go their ways. None has a responsibility toward the other anymore. That is the effect and the position of a divorce. In other words, if you have divorced your wife or you have divorced your husband, you have no right to go back to him to begin to demand for sexual intercourse. You begin to demand from him any financial reward or any other thing in common. That is gone and is over. Then the party that has divorced, if there is a pronouncement, a condition, or some orders which court pronounced during the dissolution of the marriage for both of them to fulfill, they are bound to fulfill such order. Maybe order that has to do with settlement of marriage, maybe the order that has to do with child welfare and custody, they will fulfill that. But aside that, they have no entitlement, they have no right going to each other's home or accosting each other anymore. That is the legal position of a divorce. Now, if you have divorced your wife, to answer the question of that man, if you have divorced your wife and you moved on and she has moved on, along the line, maybe after a year or two, maybe after 2 years, 3 years, you began to admire each other. You began to have feelings for each other. You began to call and speak on phone, and you began to meet each other somewhere, and admiration begin to develop, and emotions begin to develop anymore, and you begin to fancy each other, and you begin to hope you want to be back, and eventually two of you come back and began to cohabit and began to live together. It is a welcome development. It is good. It is interesting when people who are parted ways or divorced are now coming back to become one. That is good. It's welcome. It's encouraged. Now, even to go further, to move further, that divorce or the new union after divorce might produce a better marriage this time. It may be a better understanding now because the parties have learned their lesson. They have understood what caused their divorce initially, and they are not likely to make the same mistake. So they will be better couple this time, and in fact, it will produce a better relationship than the previous one. So that is why I say it is encouraged. But note one thing: the fact that you people were a former couple and you now come back on your own to begin to cohabit and live together, begin to relate again, begin to even have children together, and begin to have sex and have children together, it does not still make two of you a married man and a married woman. It does not confer legal marriage status on the couple. You are both cohabitors. You are both not married. The initial marriage has been dissolved. So before you can become a couple anymore again, you must go back to the registry, go and fill the form, give the passport your passport. The registry will publish your name, and after 21 days publication, if there is no protest, in the same manner you will come back to chase a date for your celebration of marriage, and you must have one witness for each side of the coin, one for the woman, one for the man, and they must witness the celebration of the marriage proper. It is after then you will be issued a fresh marriage certificate, and you will become brand new couple. You will become both brand new couple, the latest couple in town. The previous marriage is gone. The new one now takes place, and that is when you can say you are now married to that person. You see? But before then, you are divorced. You are not married. Now, I want to add something to this discussion. Assuming a man divorced his wife, goes ahead to go and marry another woman, which is normal. If he desires to come back to that first woman he divorced, then he must divorce that new husband, that new wife, before he can come back to the previous wife and go to celebrate another marriage with that previous wife. That is how it works. Now, the previous divorce you did was under the act, registry marriage. If you now go ahead to marry another person under the statute, it's a good marriage. But if you want to come back to the previous one, then you must divorce that very new one. You must go through divorce before you can come back to the previous one and go and celebrate another marriage, fresh one. Do you see how it goes? Before you can be legally married again. Now, there's another angle to it. If your the first marriage, which you dissolved, was a customary marriage, was a marriage under the native law and custom, and you went ahead and married another woman under the native law and custom, if you want to go back to your previous marriage, your previous wife you divorced, you don't need to divorce or divorce the new wife or the second wife. You don't need to dissolve it, because the marriage under the native law and custom allows polygamy, allows a man marrying several wives, more than one wife. So you don't need to divorce that new wife in order to come back to the previous one. Both of them can be married at the same time. Similarly, the Islamic marriage is also, which is a customary marriage, also entitles a man to marry up to 4 wives. So if you want to come back to the previous divorced wife, you don't need to divorce the new one. No, you can come back and celebrate another marriage again to make her your wife. Do you see how it goes? So that is the position if you want to remarry or go back to your ex. All you need to do is to go and celebrate another marriage with her, and if you are married under the act, then the new one must be dissolved before you come back to the previous woman you initially divorced. That is the position. So it's as simple as that. For if you want to go back to your ex, it's a welcome development. You can go back. It's allowed. You can celebrate again and have a new marriage certificate. Thank you for watching. You can follow me on my YouTube page, Hillary on Marriage and Divorce. You can also follow me on my TikTok. You can send a message on the WhatsApp, my WhatsApp page, or my email, or you can send on the comment section. I will answer you clearly if there is a further clarification, free of charge. I'm here to enlighten people. I'm here to create awareness of people's rights. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Come again. My name is Dr. Hilary Nwechefu. Bye.